Hi, I'm Natalie. I'm mostly in the moment, and I'm glad you're here with me. We're going to be looking at the twin flame energies for the week of December 20th through the 26th. We have the divine feminines, the divine masculines, and the union energies. We're going to be looking at last week, what happened in the recent past. We're going to be focusing on this week, the 20th through the 26th, which includes the winter solstice and the full moon in Cancer. And then we're going to have a sneak peek of what's to come at the end of December into the first few days of January. If you're new to my channel, you can always subscribe for weekly twin flame energy readings. And if you'd like a personal reading from me, you can always email me. My information is below. Thank you so much to all those that have ordered a reading from me recently. My holiday special is closed, and my new race will come up on the new year. I'd like to say thank you so much to all those that like, comment, subscribe, donate, and share, because I really could not do this without you guys, and it really means so much to me. I put my heart and soul into this, and as we get to know each other more, you'll know how much I actually put into each reading. And since you give to me with all your love, energy, I really appreciate it, and it's my way of giving back, so thank you so much. And in the season of giving, let's get started. For what's happening in the union energies last week into this week is the Page of Cups, clarified by the Five of Wands and the Fool card. Yes, for twin flames everywhere, this is when you step into the new cycle. This is making little changes out of love, out of wanting love, out of wanting to grow love, out of wanting to learn how to love in a more evolved way, to be able to love without expecting anything back, to making steps in a love relationship. This is the start of this whole new cycle in terms of love. And as we get through the reading, you'll be able to see the actual physical changes that are going to be happening, the physical steps that are being taken this month, this week, into the next week, that are going to manifest these steps in specifically love, romantic relationship. Okay, so both the divine feminine and masculine is tying up little loose ends that might be necessary in order to fully move into the new you, into your new life. For the divine feminines last week, for the heart energies, we have the Hanged Man and the Emperor. I could have guessed that this was going to be the energy, because yes, a lot of divine feminines are enlightened to the fact of what's going on between you and the divine masculines, what's going on in your twin flame journey, in your spiritual journey, and you're taking a step back before you take 2 steps forward. You're already enlightened to what's kind of going on with the twin flame journey at this time, and you're making a smart move, something to help your emotional state along, which is being okay with where things are, being okay with things however they're going to happen in the time that they're going to happen in divine timing. Knowing that these structures, this kind of stability needs time to fully form, and you're okay with it. You know that you're making positive steps in this twin flame journey, and you're okay with taking a step back from the divine masculines to put your heart into other passion projects of yours. In the mental space, we have the 6 of Pentacles with the 9 of Swords. I feel like a lot of divine feminines and the feminine quality in all males and females are feeling very compassionate towards others in their lives, their friends, their families, their co-workers, to strangers, and sharing their wealth in love, in knowledge, in wisdom, in maybe a little bit of donation money-wise, in gifts, in donating things that you no longer need, furniture, clothes, electronics, and just time, just maybe sharing a time with people, sharing a smile with someone, sharing a compliment with someone. I feel like divine feminines and the feminine quality, the feminine energy in all people are being more compassionate towards others just because you want to. Even if at the end of the day you come back and I feel like I give my energy and I feel like I'm not getting it back. I know it's kind of like a ego thing and like, oh, I'm giving, but I don't feel like I'm getting enough. And this might in related to the twin flame journey, might feel like you've been giving a little bit of your energy and time and physical gifts of messages or actual tangible gifts to the masculines, and feeling like I've been giving so much and I feel like I'm not getting that much back. But in the physical, we have the Ace of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles, divine feminines. Some sort of fortuitous win, a fortuitous opportunity that is coming in for the divine feminines. If it hasn't already, it is now or will be soon. Some sort of opportunity in the physical for the divine feminines that that gives you a win. And I feel like because you put your heart into focused on something else rather than just the divine masculine this last week into this week, I feel like you get an opportunity in something else in your life, something that you always want in the physical, a gift, some money, a job, a ticket to for a vacation, a new skill, a new interest. But this is something that's going to pay off really well. Yeah, for the divine feminines, it's good that you took a second to work on your other passions, because it's going to pay off big time. You might not see it. Yeah, I'm getting set. Some feminines might not be able to see the long-term effects of it right away. And some will see the effects right away, but not see it as the tremendous effect that it actually has in your physical life until next year. Okay, for the divine masculines, we have the Two of Cups with the Fool card. In the Hierophant, the divine masculines last week have definitely been thinking about specifically romantic relationships and coming together in union, starting a new cycle in their romantic relationships. The Hierophant card for me is a marriage card, also a long-term commitment card, and spiritual journey card. So for them, this is definitely them renewing the relationship with their twin flame. This can be in many steps, so depending on where you and your twin are in your journey. This can be, if you're already in a relationship, renewing the relationship. If you're already married, renewing your vows. If you haven't spoken to each other, renewing the way you communicate with each other. If you haven't been able to even communicate with them, maybe renewing the connection by starting with, reaching out, or starting a friendship again, or, being able to open up to each other now, being able to hang out in the physical more. This is a huge renewal in the kind of union you have with your twin flame here. For the mental space here, we have the Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. This is definitely a sign that the divine masculines feel like this was meant to happen. This renewal in the way they think about romantic relationships was meant to happen. It was fated. It was like a wish come true. It's like they made a huge step in the direction of what kind of relationship they want. For some masculines, this is like if they thought they would never get into a relationship again, or they've been in a relationship and they're took some time off, they're ready to think about being in a relationship again. Or for a very few, like a handful of masculines, this is very few, maybe like 2 or 3. It's a very important business partner that has to do something with lifestyle and being, you have to be very like social. It might be something, a business related to social media or communication or spirituality. For a few masculines, it's about finding that perfect business partner. But for most, for most masculines, I want to say almost all masculines, it's about renewing the way you go about handling a romantic relationship, your way of thinking about a romantic relationship. I keep saying it because it's like so obvious, like that's exactly what the masculine is doing, is renewing the twin flame relationship. And they feel like it's like a wish granted. They want to do this. They feel like it's fated. It's what they needed to move forward, move on. Yeah, because of the 10 of Swords with the other positive cards, I'm feeling it's like a end of one spiritual cycle into another spiritual cycle. It might seem it might not seem so in your face in the physical. It might be not obvious at all, but this is a huge win, a huge event that takes place in the masculine's life in order for them to feel like, yes, I am making the steps to the kind of love partnership I want in the future. With the Knight of Pentacles, they're making those steps. They're definitely going to be there. They're definitely going to get to their destination of having that love partnership that they want. This is a huge step in that direction. Huge step in that direction. Last week into this week for our Divine Masculines. Yes, because in the physical, we have the King of Swords with the 6 of Wands. Definite victory, some sort of communication, some sort of idea that's implanted in their heads that they devise, some sort of plan that they devise. So they either communicate, or they begin to plan something, or they figure out logically how to literally come out and say something in the physical, for the public, in the physical, to the Divine Feminines, or if this isn't direct communication to you, Divine Feminines, it's definitely opening up to people around them that they're ready to date again, or they're ready to give this a shot, or they're ready to move to the next level, or they're ready to, kind of evolve the relationship or connection. Okay, so that's so funny. Isn't it funny how every time like the Divine Masculine makes a huge win in terms of the relationship, the Divine Feminines make a huge win in terms of something like their career or passion project or money. It always goes hand in hand. Okay, so for the union energies this week, the 20th through the 26th, we have the 10 of Pentacles, clarified by the Page of Swords. When this card came out, I just knew, I'm like, yes, this is exactly what's happening right now. The 10 of Pentacles, we have manifestations coming in from all parts of your life. This is signs, synchronicities, opportunities, money, energy, a lot of love, a lot of abundance coming in, a lot of signs in all forms. Signs, like all the ones I listed: signs, synchronicities, money, energy, love, and opportunities from all parts of your life. From love interest or partnerships, friends and family, your wealth, health, your passion project, your creative projects, your home, you're excited. The Page of Swords is like you're excited. You're excited because all these things are coming together, are moving forward, are showing signs, if not in the physical, through the energetic realms, through signs and synchronicities, through opportunities coming in. There's so much coming together at this point for both masculines and feminines, for twin flames everywhere at this time, that it's really exciting. It's an exciting time. Things are happening. Slowly all these things are coming together. They're forming the bigger picture now. You're starting to see how these things can evolve, how this job can, how you can move up the ladder in this job, or how you could expand your business, how you can buy a bigger home in this area, how you can see the holidays going with these friends and families in the future, or what it's going to be like with this romantic interest, with these friends doing these hobbies together. Like, you can see it in the long term, all these things that are coming through now. You can see it, the long-term potential for it, and it's very exciting. Both the Divine Feminine and Masculines are very excited. It's an exciting time for life, for living, feeling alive. For the Divine Feminines, it's really funny. It's a very simple one card each kind of energy, but the interesting thing is that every card is what the masculine had in their clarifiers last week. It literally matches up. That's crazy. You're coming into just vibrating on the same vibe. It's I can't make this stuff up. It's crazy. And then, okay, so in the heart space, we have that long-term commitment, kind of spiritual journey card here, with the 10 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles. Worked hard. You worked hard, feminines. You put in the work for what you want in a romantic relationship. You know this, you feel this, and that's why you know it's going to happen, because you already put in the work. You've done the spiritual work behind everything. With, if you feel like you get triggered by these things, you figure out why you might get triggered by this, and like you talk it out with yourself. Oh, when I was younger, this used to happen, and I didn't like it. That's why it still triggers me as an adult. Or, I used to get kind of squeamish or uncomfortable when I saw these kinds of situations in the workplace or on TV being played out, and now I understand why. You put in the work, Divine Feminines. I'm getting your hard work is being paid off. Your hard work is being paid off. Yeah, because I feel like you're getting a huge you're going to get a huge sign from your Divine Masculine or from the universe that's going to really work up your passion, really work up your heart, really get you excited for the potential of what is in store for you this week. I feel like it's something related to your spiritual journeys, your twin flame journey. So it might be your Divine Masculines, but it might be also something that you really wanted for your life in terms of who you've always wanted to be. Wow, so this might be like a new skill set, a new hobby, a new passion project, a new job, a new relationship, or the beginnings of it. Something comes in really quick and you have to grab it if you really like it. It's something that will really delight you. It will really stir up your passion and your desire to pursue this for your next spiritual cycle. Oh, I love that. I got it. Okay. So for the mental energies, we have the Six of Wands, like the masculine's physical, with the Seven of Swords, which is funny because the masculine has the Seven of Swords too. So the feminine does get some sort of victory in terms of their twin flame journey, in terms of something from the masculine. Yeah, I feel like the feminines figure something out about the masculines. Some sort of something that's out in the public. So you either get communication from your masculines, you get to meet their friends, meet their family, meet up with them, maybe bump into them, maybe get a little idea from social media of that they're thinking about you. Or find out that they were checking up on you. Something with the divine masculines occurs where it delights the divine feminine. It makes you happy, like it's kind of this is kind of not, it's kind of ego based a little bit, but kind of like, it's like, yeah, I knew he was thinking about me, or she was thinking about me, or something to satisfy your ego, make your ego happy. I'm not saying this that's good or bad. I'm just saying, like, hey, take the win. Whatever. If it makes you happy, whatever. For your physical energy, we have the Knight of Pentacles, clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. Just crazy, because the King of Pentacles here on the masculine side, just, again, a confirmation that the masculine is making strides in coming towards the feminine. I think the feminine is very, very interested in the actual offering, like physical offer to communicate or to come into exclusivity or relationship, or to the next level in the relationship, or something of that sort, to strengthen the connection, maybe being able to plan to see each other, or being able to schedule out when you can communicate, or communicating more, opening up more, making long-term plans. Yeah, I feel like the divine feminines are waiting for that somewhat in the physical. So it's kind of like you get a taste of what's going on with the masculines, and that you have some sort of win, that they might be thinking about you, or they might communicate with you, or say something that gets your mind thinking about, like, hey, they are interested in me, so I wonder where this is gonna go next week, next month, next year. And it's like kind of like you're thinking like ahead to the future, just based on this one communication or one sign or synchronicity. Whereas the masculines, we have the moon in their heart space and the King of Pentacles. So we don't really know what's going on with the masculines. They don't really know what's going to be happening next in terms of being in a sort of committed relationship. And this is more specific to some sort of committed relationship where you're dating, where you're living together, where you're thinking about marriage, or you're in a marriage, or this is the masculines not knowing what's going to come in regards to that part of himself or herself, and the feminines left waiting because they feel that the masculines are thinking about this, but not really knowing the next step to take. Funny thing is that the moon is also, the divine masculines intuitively knowing that things are going into the direction where he or she plans to settle down at some point. Whatever settling down is to you, divine masculines, but not really knowing how to go about it, not really knowing if it's going to work out, not really knowing maybe who it's going to be with or how it's going to come about, what the next step is, but being very intuitive, knowing that this is something that they want to do. They want to settle down at some point, whatever that settling down for the divine masculine is. It's also the divine masculines are also finishing up their loose ends in terms of their karmic situations through dreams. Having dreams with past life karmic situations or current life karmic situations. For example, my divine masculine literally said that he had a dream where he saw a female and a male, and he described the way they looked, their hair color, their clothes, and their personalities, and was like, he could see the first person perspective of both the female and the male, and he knew what they were thinking, what they were feeling, and one person liked the other person was kind of getting annoyed by the other person, and this was just like playing out as if, it was like a play, and it was like in his dream, and I'm like, that is the quintessential past life dream. That is a past life dream. For some people, if it's not like that, it's kind of like you playing out a role or a story in your dream from your past life or from a current life karmic situation. So you're doing the work, you're doing the spiritual work in your whether you're sleeping or awake in your physical life or not. But I feel like the masculines are also here with the Seven of Swords again, keeping a secret. There's a secret that the masculine is not saying, is not telling. And with the Six of Swords here, I feel like it's a secret about traveling, maybe traveling to see the feminine, or traveling somewhere close to the feminine, or traveling, for work and being away for a while, moving, seeing the feminine in their dream, planning out a date, planning out visiting the feminine, and like something about that is like a secret. So I got that for the divine feminine. Like they feel their antennas are up and they're like, there's something going on. I feel a win. I feel good about it. I feel like the divine masculine is thinking about me, and I feel like something's going to happen in the physical, but also being kind of like, feeling like there's something sneaky here. There's something sneaky going on. I'm not sure what it is, but I know there's something going on here that I'm not sure about. For the divine masculine's physical space, we have the Emperor with the Knight of Cups and the Temperance. Yes, the divine masculines sends a message of love. Even things out. I said that the vibes are kind of equaling out. They're kind of matching up, and this is definite indication that the divine masculines might say something of love or send a gift or communicate to the divine feminine in a loving way, in a very calm and patient way. He's been patient. He's been balancing out his spiritual and physical bodies, and his the way that masculines usually think about that is usually like they had to be ready to do it. So with the moon card here, I feel like it's around the full moon time, because the divine feminine does feel some sort of victory and is starting to literally plan out what the next week, next month, next year is going to be in terms of, moving into the next part of a relationship, whatever that is. The masculines are starting to think about it. That's why the divine feminines are picking up on it, but they don't know how it's going to really happen. But they're ready to make a move or the first move to renewing this connection, this relationship. Wow, okay. So for what's going to happen in the week to come, the last week of December into the first couple of days of January is a Magician card. And then it was clarified again by the Magician card. This is like I don't even know the probability on this, but that is crazy. Yes, both divine feminines and masculines are manifesting on another level. You might have been able to see this already in your day. You're thinking about something, and then you open the door, and there it is. Like I was the other day. I was like, I wanted some roasted chestnuts. I went into the kitchen. It was right there. Roasted chestnuts. I'm like, what? I was just thinking about this. It's right here in front of my face. That's crazy. These manifestations are happening so quickly. So I would keep your emotions or your thoughts aligned. Really thinking about what it is you want to manifest, because it's manifesting very quickly right now into the physical. For the divine feminines, all cup energies, even for the main energies for this week into the next week of December, is the Ace of Chalices with the Three of Wands. I mean, Ace of Chalices, the 10 of Cups, the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the 4 of Cups. I mean, but the Tower in reverse, this is like, I feel like there's a lot of reunions that happen around this time. And out of nowhere, you get this feeling that like you've created a family, or you created a connection, or you created a bond with something emotionally fulfilling, with people that are emotionally fulfilling. Meaning maybe your divine masculines, out of the blue, out of nowhere, like why the masculines being so secretive here? I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It could be a surprise. It could be a very lovely 10 of Cups surprise, with the Tower in reverse especially. To the point where the divine feminines are in a dream. They don't know what to choose because there's so many decisions, so many choices, so many things that they want to do now. It's like, what do I even do first? With a lot of happiness. Like, you're like thrown into a situation where you're like, oh my goodness, this happened. Now what do I do next in this relationship kind of thing? The divine masculines, we have the divine masculines wanting to work with others more. So they might want to work with the divine feminines more in terms of spiritual beliefs, spiritual topics, red pill topics, talking about like what they would want to do for work, what they would want in a relationship in the future, what kind of friends or communities they would like to hang out with, and what kind of hobbies they would like to do. They might want to talk to the divine feminines about that more. Slowly changing the way they were with the feminines before, or regret not talking to them about this more before, having a change of heart and wanting to talk to the feminine about these things. That's what their heart is saying. Oh, and they're actually doing it. We have the 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands with the 3 of Wands, the Queen of Swords clarifying the King of Wands. The divine masculines are being very courageous, very strong-willed, to open up a line of communication, to make plans, to talk to the feminine. Even if the feminine seems like kind of cold-hearted and might be kind of seem like they're cold because they don't want to come off too much at once, I feel like. Or like they're protecting their heart, kind of. The divine feminine is very open to communication and is willing to talk about these topics and these kind of, big, long-term life goals kind of conversations. And the divine masculine is like, yeah, I'm ready to talk about these things. I want to talk about these things. I want to make plans. Oh, that's funny because in the last reading, we had the divine masculines finally being able to talk about these things, open up about these things. Yeah, and the divine masculine is ready to rejoice, celebrate, have some fun, finally be at peace, that they can have fun with the divine feminine, or have fun with their family and friends, and kind of take a load off their mind, because of, you know, a lot of the masculines went through a lot in their headspace in this very short period of time, the recent few months. But they want to talk to the feminine. Their general energy is the Empress with this Page of Chalices. They want to communicate with the feminine in a small way, and to let it grow. Let the communication grow, let the bond grow, let it be, you know? Whatever happens, happens, even if you don't know what it is. They're ready to talk about more lifelong goals. And the divine feminine is already planning it and going. They're like, oh, we're already here? We're at this checkpoint already? All right, let's plan for the next thing. Let's get this new goal going. Oh, that's cute. All right, I really hope you enjoy that reading. I hope you stay with me mostly in the moment, and have very, very happy holidays.